Besides rest, ice, and elevation for a chronic sports injury, other options are to use anti-inflammatories, your ibuprofens, your Motrins over the counter as instructed by the bottle that you're using to try to decrease inflammation. Changing your activity, altering taking rest, not just rest of getting off of, but slowing the return to that activity. And then as you recover, to control your return to that activity. What I mean by that is if you're running a mile or two before, don't return to that. Start on the lower end of that and work back to the distance that you were running before. Give this injury appropriate time to recover for the muscles, tendons, ligaments to recover, and then help this by decreasing inflammation by using the rest, ice, and elevation and adding the anti-inflammatory medicine to it.